I'm about to add. Right now, these are my favorite. Honorable mention. Honorable mention. Today, we're going to dig into glamour magic. Makeup in ancient days was a form of protection. Yes, my makeup took a while to do. Yes, it takes a while, you know, but I'm prepared for the rest of the day after spending that amount of time with myself and listening to my thoughts and kind of putting intention on what I'm doing, not just doing it out of routine. That's what changes everything when you start putting intentions on it. So anyways, you have your protection on your eyes, your skin, your mouth, so that when you are in someone's presence, you know, there's a certain level that they have to come to deal with you. And that's part of it, you know, that's like realizing your greatness there. So, and then you don't even hit them hard. You hit them soft like this. You know, you hit them soft like that. Then you hit them hard. I'm so glad we survived that. The winds were pretty bad. Our roof is fucked up, but the animals are safe. The horses are okay over here, but their thing is fucked up. I was so worried about them.
The hurricane of 2020. And I am the man with the eye boogers, assuredly. But we made it.
So we're going on day 3 with no electricity. We did get a generator, so we kind of set this up, put all our beds in here. But I am cleaning out the refrigerator because it's been 3 days and so sad. This is a real life fucking horror movie we're living right now. We got hit by a hurricane last Wednesday, category 4. And it's a week later, we still have no power. Okay, so we don't have horses, but we take care of horses. We found this to put on them because they were getting eaten alive. I've never seen no shit like this. I never seen animals getting eaten alive by bugs. There are so many. They are everywhere. I can't even go out there. Thank God Bay is out there because I can't do it. Like, you see that shit? It kind of looks like dirt. That's mosquitoes. I'm not as young as I used to be. I don't do the heat that well. I'm like getting angry. So all of the series was put on hold so we could deal with Hurricane Laura, which, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I'm not complaining. It's summertime. We just really want the power to come back on. It's my birthday today. We still don't have electricity. Yeah. We have everything else. Running cold water. And a roof. Car and generator and stuff. But it's just, I really wanted to like go all out with my makeup, but you can only do so much in that room before you start feeling like you're about to throw up, because and I'm not moving all my shit into the other room because it's too much shit and I always forget shit. So it's just a bunch of shit. And most importantly, it's keeping me away from doing my series because you can only run so much on the generator and we don't want to blow anything. The motherfucker's just expensive. So we're just doing like the necessities, the ACs, fans, and the light. Yesterday was my fucking birthday. I thought we were gonna get lights on. We didn't. Okay, I deal. But what I can't deal with is being eaten the fuck alive by mosquitoes during the summer with no electricity. Greetings and welcome back to the Belle of Villains, and I'm your host, the Relentless Artist. No, I didn't disappear. I just went through a fucking hurricane, but I'm fine. I'm fine. week's movie is The Body. The Body comes from Hulu, and Hulu has a, I don't know what to even call it, but it's, I guess, an installment of horror movies that they were doing, and they debuted in 2018, and this actually was the first movie of that series. I didn't know this. My TV actually, like, if you don't pick another movie, like with Hulu, it'll play the movie, and so that's kind of what happened with this. It just started playing this movie, and I was like, not even paying attention to it until it started to climax, and then I had to go back and rewatch the whole thing. So this movie started off as a short story, and the writers were able to turn it into a long story, and it became the first installment into the Into Dark series on Hulu. Now, I watched 3 movies from this series, and they're, if you're like a serious horror fan, they kind of lack, but like if you live with somebody and they not really into horror, they scare easily, then this the kind of shit you can put them on to. Like, this kind of shit y'all can all watch because it's not scary, you know. But this is also a thriller, so it falls into that category. So now let's dive into this movie a little bit deeper. The villain, which goes by the name of Wilkes, and is played by Tom Bateman. And I want to tell you that he's the only villain, but he's not. Another villain kind of emerges from all this fuckery that's going on. So, with that being said, we're going to dig a little deeper into Mr. Wilkes' strengths and his weaknesses. We'll start off with the strengths as always. The first strength is that he is a hitman. That means he's a professional. That means that he does this shit for money, that he's cold-blooded, that he's resourceful, he's smart, and he's not here to fuck around. His strengths are that when he's getting paid to do a job, he's gonna do that job. So if you come across a hitman, go cross the street. Don't be even fucking with them. And he's honest. Throughout this movie, he does not lie about who he is. He is honest, which leads me into his weaknesses. Mr. Wilkes' weaknesses is that he is a honest fella. He has a one-track mind, and it just so happens that this particular night that his boss is watching him. So that is a weakness. You can use that to play. He is also very much human, so weapons, fighting, any of that shit can be used against him. It's not a supernatural thing. So the premise of this movie is that they're actually going to a Halloween party. So when creating the glamour magic, I was like, in a sense, he is honest about who he is. So to defeat him, I would be honest about who I was. And I created a modern witch to defeat him because, like I said, he is a regular human being. You use magic when it's called for, when you got some supernatural forces coming up against you and shit. But otherwise, then you don't need to, double dip to say. Just go ahead and say, look, I'm a witch, and unless you want me to resurrect some of those people that you killed, all them killings that you be doing, unless you want me to see some shit, see where some bodies are hidden, don't fuck with me. I am a witch too. So when he be talking about that shit, it's easy to kill, I'll be like, it's easy to curse. Villain analysis. I would say that Hitman Wilkes is not a motherfucker you want to fuck with. Just let this man be. Some people have a one-track mind and they are on a mission. They are about their business, and he is one of them. They made one fatal mistake in this movie and you can avoid it. But it just so happens that these characters' personalities kind of that's who they are. So I firmly I did like them. So it was hard to watch what escalated, but it was also, the movie needed it. Because if it didn't escalate, then you would have been like, what kind of fucking shit is this? So the ending had quite the twist, which was, as a female, I totally understand. And it was kind of leading that way anyways. But villain or ally, villain. He's gonna turn on you any chance he gets. If someone calls and says, shoot that bitch in the back of the head, he gonna shoot that bitch in the back of the head. Villain. My rating for this movie, I loved it the first time I watched it. I was like, man, that was good. But when I went back and watched it the second time, I kind of skipped through a little bit. So I give it 7 bodies. This is a perfect movie for Halloween, people. That's why I wanted to start the fall off with this. I was like, but it's a great movie. It's a thriller. You know, it falls into our thriller, horror category. So people that don't really like just like the supernatural, this is kind of, you know, a way to get your little feet wet. I hope you enjoyed this review, and there are plenty more coming. I did go through a hurricane, and it kind of like, I mean, it's no fucking lie. It threw my shit, my mental shit, and like even my feng shui off. I hope you enjoyed the look that I created and the movie that I choose next. I'm just gonna keep it rolling, keep it popping. You know how we do it here in the South.